Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Market Misfits. We're going to cover the burn rate for XRP. So there's a burn mechanism, it appears, for XRP. This is news to me. Right now, we're looking at the coinmarketcap.com Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. Mainly, we're seeing a little bit of movement out of Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin as well. But first, let's get into this article and see what's going on here. XRP burn gathers momentum as more users burn XRP for XAH. On-chain data shows a slight uptick in the volume of XRP burns as users choose to try out the XAH XAU network sidechain. The XRP ledger originally has a burn mechanism designed to control spam transactions on the network. However, the amount of coins being burned got a further uptick following the launch of XAHX or XAHAU. It's so similar to like a metal, right? XAG USD. Anyways, XAU network on-chain data shows. Recall that XAHAU network is an XRPL sidechain launched by XRPL Labs. So by Ripple Labs, the sidechain network enables smart contracts using Hook's protocol. Nonetheless, users must burn XRP to mint the equivalent in XAH tokens, which they can use on XAHAU network. Although the mechanism got little adoption at the time of its initial release, a recent update to the XAMAN wallet has seen more users opt to burn XRP for XAH. The update, as covered by the Crypto Basic, enables users to simultaneously switch between XPRL and XAHAU using the same R address. Following the update, popular blockchain Explorer XRP scan shows that the number of XRP burned has increased since mid-December. For example, on December 18th, nearly 7,000 XRP were burned at more than 100% increase from the average 3,000 XRP burned daily. Additionally, January 2nd saw a new record set for the year with 10,134 XRP burned. Hence, while 3,000 represents burn from regular XRP transfers, the additional sum largely comes from XRP holders burning coin to mint XAH on the XAHAU network. So this doesn't seem like a big deal right now, but maybe, I mean, because these numbers aren't that big, but just wanted to go over this because this is news to me. And, maybe it's up here for a reason. Maybe this is going the beginning of a trend. So we'll see. Could this impact the XRP price? Not with these numbers. It could not. But, there you got to start. Something always starts at somewhere. Look at where Bitcoin started and where it is now. Look at even where XRP started, below a penny and where it is now. So, despise not small beginnings. The latest uptick in XRP burns has caught the eye as many participants are now quick to point out its deflationary impact on the XRP supply. However, the low value being burned potentially hinders its ability to impact XRP price, especially in the short term. So again, this would be more like a long-term concept or, mechanism if it's going to impact the price. For instance, since the introduction of XRP burns, roughly 11.8 million XRP has been burned. The value is only a fraction of XRP's 99 billion coin supply, meaning the large substantial burns could potentially move the coin's price. It remains to be unseen if XAHAU will attract sufficient users to drive an increase in the volume of XRP coins burned. So that's interesting. For sure. We had dropped this. This is the Bitcoin chart. We had just dropped this in the group because before this point right here, this is all that we had saw right here. I actually saw this on the 1 hour and it was just a spike. It's like, well, this could potentially be a false breakout, but we did not get, we're going to get to the XRP chart in a minute, but we did not get this. So all good. There was no break. There was no retest. So no entry. A lot of this has to do with, and this is something we were just talking about when we're talking about our our pro mentorship group is adding in personal development into this stuff. So being able to wait for a break and then wait for a retest and then wait for your buy sign, your actual entry sign, whatever that is. Some people's it could be a break. We're testing a break going opposite direction, but what this comes down to is being able to see the broader picture. Instead of looking at one trade, looking at 100 trades or 20 or 30 trades. And so that's what we're going to be covering in the mentorship group in greater detail. And we're going off of Mark Douglas's fixed variable concept. So it's the first time that we did this was it was, let's see me get this out of here. It was about a year and a half ago, and we were really surprised because once you go through the samples using fixed variables, it's almost hard not to come out into the profit, to be honest. If you're using the concept correctly. But anyways, we're not going to go into a lot of detail on that today, but inside of that group, we are going to be going into that into greater detail. But let's wipe the slate clean real quick, and let's take a look at the hour. But first, might as well start right here since we're here. Looks like we have an ascending channel, or it looks like on the 5-minute, we have an ascending broadening cone. Typically, this is a bearish reversal pattern. And we have, and again, you guys, this is Bitcoin, and we are looking at the 5-minute time frame. So, I mean, it's not really, I'm assuming to trade this like this, you would need to, number one, first get your confirmation, and then maybe throw in another indicator, maybe some moving averages, maybe some Bollinger Bands or something like that to help get a better entry on a smaller time frame with something like this, maybe some more confluence. But anyway, so 5-minute is looking bearish. Just looking at these indicators as we are approaching the 44.5K mark for Bitcoin does not mean in any way, shape, or form that this is going down right now. To get a better idea, we look at larger time frames. So let's go look at the daily real quick and see how much time we have left. So we have 2 hours and 11 minutes left. Price to beat for Bitcoin for us to be bullish out of this consolidation again is going to be a break above into 45K and to set this green candle above this to give us bullish engulfing. But that still would not get us out of the woods, so to speak, yet, because we also on the daily time frame have a great amount of bearish divergence happening. Number one, we are at a key level. There's been some speculation that maybe these ETFs are not going to get approved. So, and that's something that we've been speculating all along. What if they don't? What are some things that we could look at that could happen? So let's go look at the weekly real fast. And I'm just going to mark this resistance right here to give a better idea as we go back down to the daily. So we can see how much room. I'm looking for a liquid grab. So since it, this is our resistance right here on the weekly, I would not doubt for a second for us to go past this in some kind of way, shape, form, fashion. But what we would be looking for is some kind of price action pattern coming down. And if it doesn't give it to us, then great, but if it does, we're prepared. We've gone over the scenario several times. Just kind of wanted to go into it a little more detail since it looks like we could go pop out the top again, even though price action, the structure is looking more bearish when you're considering these factors, these indicators. But at the other end of the spectrum, we still do have all the anticipation of an approved Bitcoin ETF. So what is going to win? We will see. I just still, once again, can't see them loading up here when they can drop the market. Not financial advice. Everyone just seems way too bullish. So that's a red flag to me personally. But let's take a look at the hour real quick, and then we'll check out XRP. So we have taken off from this structure several times before. And actually, if you're looking at it like this, And this wouldn't by definition be an inverse head and shoulders, but we're going to use this tool anyways. So let's say we go here, 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 here. It would still apply right here. We move this up there. So we break above this on the hour. We had this is a bearish, even though it's green candle. We have a little bit of this fair value gap left up here from here to here. You know, maybe we're going to come take out this liquidity up here. We're just going to have to wait and see. So right now I'm kind of neutral, not really going to step into anything until we get a few more shakeouts, or unless we just get a really solid, you know, really solid, nice breakout with coinciding fundamentals. So we go up, and even then, you don't know when the next article is going to come out about some FUD that the applications are not going to be approved. So we could see this move up here even higher. You know, we could go all the way to 50, come down and drop. So just keeping this in mind. And let's look at XRP real fast. I had no idea about the burn mechanism, and probably because it's not that much of a mechanism right now. But let's take a look here. We'll remove the drawings and see what's happening with XRP. It's kind of looking similar to Bitcoin, as it often does. But we dropped the dates, the official dates for, so here's an imbalance right here. We are on the 1 hour, so we have a 1 hour imbalance. We have a 1 hour imbalance right here, and then we have another one right here. So we dropped all the important dates inside of the group at Market Misfits. We'll drop a link for that. It's our free group. We're giving out trade ideas and general knowledge and education on markets and their cycles, and, you know, just kind of like a beginner's guide maybe for some, and then maybe for others, maybe some things that you didn't know, you know. But getting involved with a group of people that are on the same mission as you is definitely going to help you out along your ride. If I could say one thing, it's that's really troubling is seeing someone come in that asks for help, and then they're in for, you know, a week, and after that it's like, and this happened to me in a sense too, because I didn't start applying everything that I was taught for about 3.5 years. Something about the market can hypnotize people, and it often does. It hypnotizes them where you'll find out what you think is enough, but it's not enough. It's not enough. And so that's why we have different stages to our platform for learning, because you're not going to apply all this stuff anyways. If you just go jump into stuff, it's better if you do it progressively and understand this from the beginning. Learning a technical setup isn't going to do you any good if you don't know risk management and trading psychology, and if you don't know about fundamentals, what's driving your stuff. You know, the list goes on and on. So let's take these out of the way real quick, and let's see where we're looking at right here. This is the main area I'm looking at. If we're going to see price continue down, even though that wick right here, this shows that there was a lot of buyers. There was a lot of buyers ready down here. So, you know, price did not stay down long. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Looking at this area right here, because this area is filled with liquidity. So let's see, liquidity zone. So there's a bunch of liquidity up in here. Here, top of that's at 66, and then up here, somewhere around here. So up to 71 cents for XRP on the 4 hour. And if we're going to go up here, so you got to understand these points, if you're new, these points to where price turns around like this here, boom, and it turned the price around here, and it turned the price around when it was going up. people put their stop orders up here, whether it's a stop loss or a stop market to, I mean, like a buy market order. If it goes past there, this is where people were put in that, and inside of those orders, that's liquidity, that's money. So they like to tap into these areas and trigger those losses and absorb them so that they can continue to make money. I mean, it's the name of the game. So when we're talking about liquidity zones, we're looking we're looking to the left, and we're looking above the swing highs. And also on the flip side of that, we're looking at the swing lows. So when these areas get tapped, much like this one did down here, and this is one of the reasons why I'm kind of bullish right now for XRP, even though things seem a little uncertain. A lot of times it's when things are really uncertain that people get afraid to get in, and they're hesitant and they miss out, so the fear in the market causes people to sell off, and is placed there intentionally by the central banks and the media, because the central bank owns the media. So that's what you're working against here. So whenever you're hearing news, even just like with the article that we read and all this stuff, you almost have to take it with a grain of salt. If you don't see it reflected in price action, then not financial advice, then it's not a very good match, unless you just have some insider info that something's going to be coming maybe in the future and you're just scaling in. That's not something that we do, or that I'm as familiar with, scaling in from a long-term perspective, say months into a position or weeks into a position. But anyways, just kind of wanted to touch on that real quick. But so right here, we're watching these levels and just try to see what's going to happen with the price action. Let's take a look at the hour. Let's get these off of here again real fast. So our most recent price action right here on XRP. And since we went over that article, so it was not like a really big article, but it's interesting to see what that could develop into. But for now, looking at this most recent price action on the hour, this is an upward rising channel. As we were coming into a resistance, we have resistance here. So on the hour for XRP, be looking for a break here above into 64 cents. So would need to see some kind of break above this. And this is how, and so breakout traders, when they're just jumping in on a breakout, this is the downside to that, is that this can always turn into just a pullback or a liquidity grab like this. So in order to see less of this in your profits and losses, or mainly losses, we look for price action confirmation, some kind of structure that is going to give us a higher probability at continuing. Just as we looked at the Bitcoin chart earlier on the 5-minute, we did not get in because not only did it not break, but it did not give us a retest, and it did not give us market structure and break that structure for us to move up higher. So until that happens, we're sitting on our hands, and a lot of times that's the best thing that you can do. Waiting for your setup, having patience also is something that is done through experience and is developed as a skill set, that you acquire through, like I said, your experience and your personal development. So living a disciplined lifestyle is going to dramatically increase your odds at being a professional trader, for this to be your sole winning, income, like your number one income, like your bread and butter that you pay your bills with, and all that, that you feed your investments with, all that. So, it's just really, really important. And I haven't seen anybody push this, but above anything, this is what that's about. So whether you're advancing in your psychology or if you're advancing in risk management, chances are that stuff is coming from your daily routine. So if you don't have a strong daily routine or live a disciplined lifestyle to where you're journaling and you're tracking yourself and you're keeping really good notes about your decisions and outcomes and everything, so that you can learn and be aware, then it's just it's not going to happen. Just tell it like it is. You know, you need to be disciplined, very disciplined, in order to be able to follow a trading plan, period. So that's why we are incorporating personal development into the pro mentorship at TSFX. But anyways, you guys, didn't want to really go too far into like what's going to happen right now. We don't really know. Wanted to look at this article real quick, you know, and then take a look again, see what the crypto market fear and greed index was at, you know, and then just be patient and wait. But we will let y'all know as soon as anything develops. If you have any questions or comments, just drop them under the video, send us a message, and we will holler at y'all on the next one. See ya.